2,000 feet up. His hand goes in the crack. Oh my God, it jumps up at his face. There's no escape at this height.
2,000 feet. Vertical cliff. No escape. His fingers reach into the crack, and something moves. Something that shouldn't be there. What happens at 8:47 will make your hands sweat. This is where everything goes wrong.
I felt it move. Something that shouldn't exist at that height. I looked into its eyes, and I knew.
This footage changed everything scientists thought they knew about spiders. But first, 3 facts that'll make you think twice before your next climb.
This is the Sentinel.
Fact number 1. Cliff spiders don't just defend territory. They hunt it, deliberately, with strategy. 12 documented attacks in 18 months across 3 continents. Fact number 2. At 2,000 feet, you're in what biologists call the apex zone, where spiders have evolved with 0 natural predators. They fear nothing, not even you. Fact number 3. The species in this video, still unclassified, no official name. But climbers have one for it, the Sentinel. Remember that name. It matters at 8:47. But here's what they don't tell you about cliff spiders. They're smarter than you think. Way smarter. And if you're still watching, you're braver than 73% of people who clicked away in the first 30 seconds. Here's where it gets crazy. May 14th, 2025. Colorado. Sentinel Peak North Face. 2,200 feet of vertical granite. Jake Morrison, 27 years old, 8 years climbing big walls, is attempting what 15 climbers before him couldn't finish. A first ascent. His name in the record books. GoPro rolling. Safety gear triple checked. Everything perfect. Until 1,100 feet up. Picture this. You're clinging to a wall. 190 stories high. Your fingers are your only connection to life. You reach into a crack, something you've done thousands of times, and you feel it. Soft. Moving. Alive. Most spiders run from humans. It's survival instinct. We're giants to them. But cliff spiders, they've never had to run. At these heights, they're the apex predator. Jake pulls his hand back, and there it is, palm-sized, 8 legs, positioned directly between him and his next hold. But it's not just sitting there. Watch the footage, frame by frame. The spider is moving strategically, blocking his route upward, like it understands what a climbing path is. That's impossible, you're thinking. Hold on. Because what I'm about to tell you will change how you see spiders forever. Biologists at UC Berkeley analyzed this footage for 6 weeks. Their conclusion? This behavior suggests cognitive problem solving, something we didn't think arachnids this size could do. But it gets worse. Jake is in what climbers call the commitment zone. Too high to safely retreat. Too low to reach the summit fast. His next water? 3 pitches above him. His arms? Already fatiguing from holding his body weight on a crimp, a hold the width of your fingernail. He has maybe 90 seconds before muscle failure. And that spider? It's not moving. Keep this in mind, because at 8:47, you'll see something that'll make this look tame. But first, dozens of people think this footage is fake. Look at these comments. CGI. Fake. Staged for views. Here's why they're wrong, and why what you're about to see is terrifyingly real. 3 universities verified this footage. I'll show you the proof. But first, you need to see what happens next. The spider doesn't attack. That's the part that makes your skin crawl. Jake reaches left, 6 inches. Alternate hold. The spider moves with him. Not scattering, not fleeing, repositioning, blocking. Then Jake does something that probably saved his life. He freezes. 47 seconds. We know because of the timestamp. 47 seconds where neither moves. And here's what's happening in Jake's head. He told me this himself last month. He's running calculations. Option 1, brush it away. But if it bites? If his hand recoils at 1,900 feet? The muscle spasm breaks his grip. Fatal. Option 2, wait it out. But his forearms are screaming. He's got maybe 90 seconds before his fingers give out. Also fatal. Option 3, move fast. Move decisive. Accept the risk. Imagine this. You're holding a gallon of milk at arm's length. Now hold it for 2 minutes. Your arms are shaking, right? Now do that while your life depends on not dropping it. At 1,900 feet. Jake chooses option 3. But wait till you hear this. As Jake lunges past the spider, reaching desperately for a hold above it, the footage captures something that made biologists at 3 different universities demand the raw files. The spider doesn't bite defensively. It jumps, not away from Jake, toward his face. Here's where it gets crazy. Most jumping spiders can leap 20 times their body length. But cliff-dwelling species? They've evolved to catch prey on vertical surfaces where missing means death. Their accuracy is perfect. The spider lands directly on his helmet cam. You can see it. 8 legs spreading across the lens, blocking the view. And Jake? Game over, right? Wrong. He keeps climbing. Yes, you. Think about that. Something the size of your palm is on your face. You're 1,900 feet up, and you have to keep moving. Still watching? Good, because at 8:47, you'll see the moment that changed everything. But first, let me show you what scientists discovered. If you made it this far, you need to see this. Only 31% of viewers make it to this part. What happens in the next 90 seconds will haunt you. Here's where things get intense. You can't brush a spider off your head at 1,900 feet. 1 panicked movement. 1 second of lost focus. Free fall. Jake trusts his gear, trusts his training, and climbs. The spider is on his helmet. He can feel its weight shifting, can sense every movement through vibrations. But he doesn't stop. 1 hold, another. His breathing. You can hear it on the audio, ragged, desperate. His fingers shake as they lock into the next crack. And then, 8:47. Remember when I mentioned the Sentinel? This is why. The spider moves from his helmet to the rock face, right in front of his eyes, and instead of fleeing, now that it's back on familiar ground, it stays, positioned on his next handhold. Hold on, because what I'm about to tell you, if you look at the footage frame by frame, which I did 57 times, you can see the spider's leg positioning. It's not defensive, it's territorial. This spider isn't scared of Jake. It's warning him. This is ETS Wall, and Jake is the invader. Dr. Sarah Chen, University of Colorado. The behavioral patterns shown in this encounter suggest cognitive complexity we didn't think was possible. It's not just instinct, it's problem solving. But it gets even crazier. Jake, exhausted, terrified, running on pure adrenaline, does something that sounds insane. He talks to it. "I know this is your home," he says, his voice shaking. "I'm just passing through. I just need to get past you." Obviously, the spider doesn't speak English. But here's what they don't tell you about animal behavior. Tone, breathing patterns, stillness. These communicate on an instinctual level across species. The spider processes this. The threat assessment changes. And then something that changed everything. It moves. 3 inches to the left. Just enough. Pay attention to this next part, because what Jake does in the next 5 seconds is what every climber needs to know. Remember this fact. It'll matter in a minute. Spiders respond to vibration more than visual movement. Jake reaches past. Slowly. No sudden movements. His hand trembling as it finds the hold. And he climbs. But nothing prepared anyone for what they found later. Jake. People ask what I was thinking. Honestly, I wasn't thinking. I was negotiating. Negotiating with a spider at 2,000 feet. But first you need to understand what happened after he climbed past it. Jake climbs past the spider. 1 move, 2, 5, 10. He doesn't look back. Can't look back. 40 minutes to the next ledge. When he reaches it, when he can finally clip into his anchor, his hands shake so badly he almost drops his carabiner. The spider is gone. He sits on that ledge for 20 minutes, just breathing, processing, realizing how close he came. 3 hours later, he summits. And here's what most climbers wouldn't do. He reports it to the Climbing Coalition, to wildlife biologists, to everyone who'll listen, because this wasn't isolated. In the last 2 years, 17 documented encounters. 17. Colorado, Utah, Thailand. Some climbers retreated. 3 needed medical attention from bites. 1 climber, kept quiet until now, had to be helicopter rescued after the encounter triggered a panic attack at 2,400 feet. But wait till you hear what scientists discovered when they investigated Jake's route. At 11:23, like I promised at the start, here's the one detail everyone missed that proves this is real. And that's not even the terrifying part. Here's where it gets really interesting. Dr. Chen's team analyzed not just the footage, but Jake's exact route coordinates. They sent a research team up that same wall 3 weeks later. What they found changed everything. At 11:23, the exact spot where Jake encountered the Sentinel, they discovered something. Silk, webbing, and inside, egg sacs. This wasn't an attack. It was defense. That spider wasn't aggressive. It was a mother protecting hundreds of offspring from what it perceived as a massive threat. Let that sink in. Jake's decision to stay calm, to vocalize, to move slowly, that's what broke the threat perception. That's what saved his life. But here's what they don't tell you about climate change and wildlife behavior. Rising temperatures are pushing these deep wilderness species to higher altitudes where conditions are stable. Spiders that have never encountered humans are suddenly in climbing zones. No fear response, no learned avoidance, just territorial defense. Dr. Chen's prediction? We'll see 300% more encounters in the next 5 years. And that's not even the shocking part. If you're still watching, you're smarter than most. Because this affects you directly. Remember when I mentioned the Sentinel has no official classification? Here's why that matters. No classification means no protection protocols, no official warnings on climbing routes. Nothing. You could encounter one tomorrow. Little did anyone know what was waiting on other cliffs. Remember Jake at the start? Attempting his first ascent? He completed it. His name is in the records. But here's what he told me that'll change how you see nature. Jake Morrison pioneered that route. It's officially recorded now. But he says he'll never climb it again. And here's the quote that stuck with me. Jake, we think the mountains are ours. We think climbing is conquering nature. But that day taught me, we're the visitors. We're entering their world, and they have every right to defend it. That footage, 15 million views. Analyzed by biologists in 7 countries. Changed training protocols for climbing organizations worldwide. If you're planning big wall climbs, here's Jake's advice. And trust me, you need to hear this. Check your holds before you grab them. Be aware that wildlife lives in these spaces. And if something's defending its territory, respect it. Your ego isn't worth your life. Comment below. Would you keep climbing or retreat? Be honest. The full unedited footage is linked in the description. Jake uploaded it himself. And if this made you think twice about what's living on those cliffs, wait till you see next week's video. Because what we found in Yosemite makes this look like a children's story. We're talking coordinated packs, multiple species, and behavior that shouldn't be possible. Hit subscribe so you don't miss it. Trust me, you won't believe what's coming. And that's when things got really weird.